mean, technically my stream is not meant to be the ASMR one. I just am also, I'm just really, like, my audio is all sorts of fucked. I don't know where... Did I just get rid of the audio cache? I need to add the
Welcome. We are highway scene.
There we go.
We're at the start of the 24, still early days.
No, you weren't dumb. You weren't dumb, Koi. I just straight up didn't have capture on.
Still early days, but not particularly happy with my pace compared to last year. This is not where I want it to be.
At this point, we got time.
The power of friendship.
We got time.
Only 20 minutes in. Come on.
Well, I know, but the fast person doesn't get slower at the 12-hour mark, you know what I mean?
You never know.
They continue to do the same pace the entire time with 0 mistakes, so if it's 17 seconds now, it's, yeah. Yeah, they might have an issue, but that's what we gotta pray on. I kinda wanna fight to win it rather than just pray that it falls into our hands, you know? But, you know, I know everyone has an issue or two at some point in these races. We will probably be no different.
I think I'm proving that the iRacing steering column is not correct in replay mode right now. You're like turning the wheel like 180 degrees on my screen. Unless that's what you're doing.
On the straight?
No, on the bus stop.
Not 180.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Ooh.
Oh, nicely saved there.
Sorry if I distracted you there.
That's fine. Guy's braking like 3 corners too early. I don't really understand.
Well, maybe they should get good. Because they get good endurance, like, so they should get good.
Because I haven't bothered like suggesting it because like no one would have had time to practice it anyway. But I would, you know, ideally we should be fuel saving, and I started doing it a little bit, but there's no way I can be anywhere near the required pace if I start fuel saving. Maybe he is, but I don't know.
It's low enough that it's possible they're not, like low enough split, you know what I mean?
I mean, I expect like those front people to be fuel saving. They're just doing those times anyway.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try and figure out why my Fugitech refuses to update.
No, thank you for the 44 bits. Black Ryuzaki bits or Lewis Hamilton. Your preference, I guess.
Lenny, definitely.
Thank you for the hydrate, Greg. I'll try and do that sometime. How is your start of your race gone in the Technoburst car?
I've seen chaos. That's true.
Maybe I can force it.
Okay then, I'll go for that. I like this.
God. Yeah, they were like almost 4 wide.
Are they forming a fucking barricade up front?
Yeah, it looked like it.
Ah, fuck. Maybe I should have gone for that.
At least the LP2s are quick.
Question
Relatively.
mark.
Well, relatively quick. Better than a GT3.
Yeah, yes, that is true. Right. Let's steal the spot. Let's steal a spot there. Nice.
I'm gonna try a different. Let's see if maybe this works.
Chaos. Yeah, it brings us back to the guys in front.
Yeah. That's what it's always like in these kind of splits. Like my pace is shit compared to people. If you go right, you're saying I go left. You can't change your mind.
Oh, that car is already gone. Yeah.
I'm going to try and hydrate now.
Very well done.
There it goes.
That was well timed compared to these guys. Why I don't want to do it, I guess. Still so early. Like I actually feel safe there, and I still almost ran into it.
I guess
I'm gonna have to dive into turn one if I'm close, because it's gonna be really easy.
Yeah.
He might not be confident on his brakes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the way how it looks.
You're really good on the braking part, and as soon as the reaccelerates, he gets away.
Forward
but
drive.
it's-
Damn, you had no nose, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was interesting. Hello, Windy. It's going okay so far. Not quite got the pace I would have liked, but I know I had to do the other one too.
Ow.
Hey Julian. I am Drive 2011 ing. It's going okay, I wish I had more pace honestly, but we're up to what will be 9th.
Oh, hi, Windy.
Gradually moving up.
Press J in the chat for
Just falling away from the lead. I haven't been able to get anywhere near a 30-second now.
if I see is if someone is doing a 30 lap in this split, then possibly their other drivers might be slower.
Yeah, maybe, but as you know from doing many of these,
Yeah,
That's
we
the
sometimes
case.
have Daytona merchants.
Daytona
800i
merchants.
rating, yeah, 800i rating, but driving like a top split guy.
to be fair, that's basically you pub stomping Coke 600s.
Hey,
Find silly thing.
Yeah, but we still see like quite a gap at that point. I don't know, like last race was like that. At least. Surely there's some sleds up there. Just people like us. Fallible, human being.
What are you talking about? We're supposed to be perfect. The Mirai.
Oh my god.
no, perfect the way we are.
Alright, so when do I race again? I race in like 6 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours.
I feel like it's something.
I think it was.
Unless you put my time zone in wrong.
I mean, you can certainly check that. If your time zone's been inputted wrong, or your availability is wrong too, so.
No, cause like I'm saying, cause like that'll be about 11:30 my time.
Damn, our 75 crew is P4.
Yep, everyone.
Fucking hell.
But this might also be because I don't know if you have the start times correct either.
Start time is definitely correct.
Alright, so 12:40 p.m. your time.
Yep,
Okay, then it's 5 hours.
that doesn't seem right though. It's like me, Victor, Victor, Aki. That seems like more than 5 hours.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
no, it's correct, 5 hours.
Yeah. It is currently 6:12 a.m. for me. And if the time zone stuff is working correctly, then I will be
I
starting...
just can't believe we can do 10 stints in 5 hours. That doesn't add up.
It's eight stints.
It is, and you're
It should be
already
10.
halfway through yours. No, it's
Wait, is lifting
8.
before Aki?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, okay, so what I said was wrong.
Okay. I was like,
No, we got
I'm like, Raska, I'm
I
looking
know I
at the
corrected
sheet.
the list of... I know, but then I quoted the sheet from memory and no one corrected me. So.
Because we don't have it in our memory. I need to check.
Well,
that.
let's looking at it.
Well, no one told you. No one mentioned. I didn't hear you mention Aki. I'm sorry.
That's a horrible.
I mean, it makes sense. Plus, it puts because it's well, no, it's not odd because the rest of Aki's everything
that's what I
else
figured,
is
yeah.
tentative.
So in my head, it was probably that Aki was after you because of the availability, but obviously not.
Well, it is the availability because I'm available from like 8 a.m. my time. So like basically like 2 hours from now, I'm fine. But then Aki's only open for that time slot that after me.
Yeah.
Other than the time slots that you and Victor are doing, Aki's only open for the one he's got because everything else was tentative. And then yeah, so it makes sense.
Of course.
Yes.
So.
This is like some sort of karma, right? Stuck behind the caddy. It's faster on the straight, so I can't get by it.
the GM gods that has punished us for betraying them.
How dare we?
The year where they introduced the fucking bump start and the electric start, we didn't choose each other.
Yeah.
I mean, the Acura at least has it too, but it's not sounding as nice as the Caddy.
Yeah.
Nothing beats a Caddy.
Yeah, but the Acura is like an entire, generally a second faster every year, but the straight.
Yeah. For the fact that it's so stupidly fast, then yeah. It would still be driving the Cat.
You guys said the caddy was awful in corners, right?
Sorry?
You guys said the caddy was awful in corners, right?
It
Not
tries to solve
particularly
that.
awful. Like, it's just that this is better. Like, the caddy, this is when we're pointing into the corner, which isn't necessarily better or worse. It's preference, but it's the thing. Allows you to carry more speed in, and then on the exit, it's just so much more stable on the power, particularly because of the turbo lag. But like the result is an easy to drive car with that's easy to put the power down. Like this corner onto the oval, it's not hard in the caddy, but like you have to be, you know, you can't like slam the throttle without it spinning out on you, right? This car is just easier for that.
Well, I see.
You're on the bumps.
Last year it wasn't particularly like pointy either, like the Cadillac.
No, it was, but last year it was definitely more stable.
That was it. I don't know. I haven't tried it with the new updates. I believe it is.
The BMW GTP is the least popular probably of all 5 of them in iRacing, but I believe we have one in this race, at least one. Yeah, there's one within 6th. So they're still around. Jimmy Broadbent will be running that today. He's running that. Sam Winton will be in that car.
And Benton.
Yes.
Does anyone still use the Vtuber car?
That's the question I just answered.
Oh, okay.
There is one in our split.
Indeed.
Yes.
We had one last year too. Yeah, the fact that if there's actually one, that's a sign they're not running the per car thing. Because it would work like how, like for example, if there's one LMP left on its own, that doesn't work right. They split it by like groups of them, so.
Unless they already ran out of BMW.
Oh, someone doesn't know there's a slowdown there. You see that?
Yeah.
He's found out.
We fucked around.
What was the point of it? There was no reason to do that.
It's
You
good
should
that
flip
they
that.
punished the Williams side.
You should flip that and like put an impact font like on top of the screen, like I am ungovernable. Ricky.
Shit.
Impact font.
There we go.
Oh. I love how the Acura looks. Not gonna lie.
It's a nice car. It's just like the least interesting brand of the 5 now for me. Especially because we don't have them here.
Well, honestly, I prefer Acura than BMW.
I mean, okay.
I feel like it's more interesting.
Not as a brand though, right? Like the car, yeah, for sure. Because that BMW GTP was like crap, but
I mean, yeah, but for BMW Europeans, but when I say Acura, it's like Honda.
Yeah, but it's not even. It's just like, oh, Hondas, but badged up, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like saying you find Infinity more interesting than Renault.
Yeah.
Like, no one says that. At least Acura is the badge for the NSX and some tracks, so it's at least not that. Oh my god.
I was talking
You
about
saved
friends.
it.
I've just saved recently, for the first time in my life, a Cadillac. What's the newest thing? The fucking boxy like sports car. There you go.
Well, hey, G-Fox, welcome in.
Sports.
Bruh, how's it got speed?
CTS V Sport.
Oh no,
That's pretty.
I don't know.
Right, well, I'm gonna do my thing, so good luck for the rest. I'll be back later.
Thank you later.
See ya.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad.
Too close, I guess, there.
Yeah. I don't
Kept
apologize
it
for
out
that
of
car
door.
because well, no, I hit the wall.
You're not the tower, at least.
Enough to get damaged. Could someone apologize for that car because that was definitely me. I don't know if they even spun or whatever, but either way.
I think they just went straight on.
Either way, I'd like someone to apologize, please, on my behalf.
Check the wheels. I messaged.
What number was it?
499 for the
Okay,
car.
oh, yep. Still, I was wondering.
Right ahead.
Gotta be very careful here. I gotta go all the way over here. Oh dear. Oh shit. And next year 800 practice laps in addition to multiple 6-hour time slots.
apparently the first cars were already in for the pits.
At least I saved a little bit.
Yeah. You have to pit this time as well.
Oh, so then I got an awful stint in every way.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was awful.
No, it's all fine. We're up from where we started, so
Only on the pit stop cycle. We are not up from where we
no.
started. We are about where we started.
We started 14th and we were 13th before,
Egg.
so we were up.
That's one spot. But in my opinion, that's down already because I wasn't happy with the quality. I know I'm being like this again, but
23
like
hours and 15
I
minutes
know,
to
but
go.
okay, but all I like to do is I didn't even I may have not done all the options there. I might have been an idiot. All I want to do is like be happy with what I've done because there's not much more you can do than that. And like I feel like I haven't ticked any box in that first stint, you know.
But you have the second stint where you
Yeah,
can.
I know. That's why I debated asking. It was too late anyway. I didn't even look at the field, but I debated asking you to swap. But I thought, well, I've got to just do a good one now to feel better.
And that would have been a bit quick because I'm not.
I know,
very-
yeah. Well, I didn't even know what the fuel was like until I saw people pitting. I had no idea. Yeah, no.
Yeah, cold tires. Oh god, that doesn't look good.
Is there no rear wing?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm coming in again then.
Do you want me to prepare?
No. I will go out again and try once again to not be shit. It's never done that. But I don't think I did all the options. Ah, dear.
I mean, I had spins on the outlap with the Acura. I was like, you can be twitchy.
That was completely like rear end swapping suddenly, like never been that bad for me.
I'm nice video dragging along the rear wing on the floor, so I guess maybe they can just put it up again.
It is glitching the hell out for me. It's actually kind of funny.
Six minutes. Ah, I'm an idiot. It wasn't that small, get to. Probably gonna break that bolt there. Or that escape. Oh wow! Yeah, I didn't know you could drag it like that. What is that? That's so weird. I've never seen
Yeah, no,
that.
no, no, no. You can. Yeah, like that's the thing about the iRacing like damage bundle. A lot of people don't know about it. Like if you hit it in like a semi like not like deathly manner, you can keep like parts will be partially attached to the cars. It's kind of cool. It's just that most people just slam into each other or a wall or something, so they never get to see it.
Let's breathe deeply. Get hit
I
with
probably
the
did.
water
Really.
and
That's why it's so long-winded. Is because it's suspension damage as well. I didn't listen to the spotter, but I probably had suspension damage. I
yeah.
really backed in.
The first moment, both your rear wheels were quite at an angle, but then it fixed itself a bit again because
I'm gonna look at my other incident. Oh dear.
you now have it out of your way, at least out of the system.
Oh, I thought I had it out of my system, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, but that's so bad. What the fuck am I doing, honestly? That's not near fucking making it. What a asshole driver I am. Unbelievable.
Hey,
Oh dear.
no Resca Slender here.
That was so bad. I'm glad they took it okay, because my goodness, that's a load of bullshit what I did there. I drove into the wall later. After almost driving into the wall through a GT3. I will show it again because everyone's popping in to see the meatball. There's the damage, but first lap out the pits, I may have not done all the optionals because I'm an idiot. Either way, cold tires anyway, and it just swaps ends on me into the second horseshoe. I genuinely haven't had it swap ends so violently. But it did it today, so. And then before that, the reason I had optional was just because I was also driving badly a few laps before. Ho, 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 ho. What the hell is this move?
Hey, Ruska?
Yes? Yes? Bonk.
I'm just staring. I'm just slowly staring, just like Ruska.
I realized that I'm not clear Kohai. I could tell when I started spinning wildly to the inside.
I love that, actually. I realized that when I started spinning wildly to the inside.
Believe me, I don't need to be told that right now. I know.
Ruska's the
yeah.
reason why I told the crew chief dev to not to give an option to disable any like positive or negative affirmations. I don't need to know right now. I already know what the AI is telling me. Like, it was kind of funny. It was like,
recite the bullshit to me. I was there when it was crashed. I don't know.
well, no. What was funny though is that it was like funny when I because I'm just gonna tell the story really fast now. I reported that to the crew chief dev, right? I was like, listen, I don't need that. I don't want to be positively told that I did good because I know. I also don't want to be told negatively that I did good because I know. I don't need to be reminded of my failures.
Yeah, like, it's probably good if you want the immersion of it being a human, but to me it is just a bot.
Yeah.
I don't care less.
Well, and some people are okay with that.
Yeah,
they
I get why you would want that.
They like the Jimmy Johnson cursing one, right?
Yeah.
Like, they like that shit. But like, I explained that, and it was really funny because like immediately, people were getting on me about it. Like, oh, you snowflake deck shore stuff. And then the crew chief dad's like, no, that makes sense, and then added it like the next day. It was kind of funny. Because it's not like oh, it's hurting my feelings. It's just I'm already thinking about it, but then like the moment I stop thinking about it, it just reminds me. I'm like, okay, that sucks. Honestly, I hate the in-game one where it's like, we'll get them next time, that shit. Like, I hate that. I should probably sleep more than an hour.
That's why I need to go in and disable things like this is less than optimal, because like I probably know. I've probably realized. Well, we lost 1 million laps, it says, so I guess we just carry on and see what happens.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly how I explained it, Kohai.
And thus, our battle from the back has started.
Here we go again. It's only 5 laps actually, that's the number it's given me, so that's not actually the worst.
We can still win this.
Well, it's a clean car now. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, Ruska's right. Technically, it's It's completely
Yeah,
replaced.
yeah. Well, of course, you know, you're still not getting into a car that's in any position again.
That's fine. Okay. Listen, like, it is a meme.
At some point, you should start one list because I mean, I still reckon Victor would be good at starts, but like, I feel like you're the only one we don't know might be able to start it really well. Like,
I
because you
mean,
never seem to end up doing it here.
well, like, I probably could have today. Normally, I'm not awake. This is one of the few times I've actually been awake in time and not been able to go back to sleep. I should start one. I actually do start. I mean, you've seen me get through the fields before, Raska. I feel like I probably could. You're probably right.
This bookend is
definitely
like
could.
basically a year of terrible starts for me. Sebring, Bathurst, probably Road America 500 as well.
What do you mean, Beth? Bathurst was good.
No, I crashed the car at Bathurst. No, sorry, Bathurst 12. I'm thinking of.
Bookends.
Yeah, no, I forgot we did the. Yeah, because I had a good first few stints last year at Daytona. It just went to shit from there. So like Sebring was shit. Bathurst 12 was shit. I didn't run Glen, Spa or Fuji anyway, but Bathurst was good. Yeah, you were right. That's good. But in terms of like the typical IMSA or GT3 stuff, it's just can't seem to put it together anymore.
Ah, it'll come back to you.
All right. Kohai, are you going to be around for at least 3 hours? Well, it's just because I'm going to go try and nap. So I'm not going to be able to moderate my own channel. I'm going to try and get at least 3 hours.
That's dead.
Yep.
Rest is important, and I have none. Alright, good luck, Ruska. Do well.
Thank you.
Sleep well. He made it very clear where he wants you.
Yeah, but that's the wrong way.
Yeah.
You don't want me on the outside. That doesn't make sense. Ah, oh well. Thanks, Jojo. Too late, unfortunately. It has not been a... Well, I'm not going to put it down to luck. It's been a bad first stint there. Why'd I do that? Why the fuck did I do that?
Why not? Because it's fun.
I'll die again.
And it worked. They gave you exactly enough room.
Yeah, you're right, Wyatt, but... Yeah, the GT3, I don't want to jinx anything by talking about it. I've avoided mentioning it, but... They're having an amazing fight back. But, you know, and there's still plenty of time in their race to go, even where they are. But those stories... I mean, we've had good fight backs, but, you know, the best we've fought back to from an incident is, like, 4th, right? Which is good. That's a good result. Man, what the hell did it take to do, like, one better?
At first, 1000, because I had a shunt there, and we went third
minor,
or second. Yeah, but still.
I wouldn't call that a fight back. That's that's the thing about Bathurst that gets me, is that we had pretty much a very clean run overall, right? I say we did damn well and kept it pretty damn clean. Yeah, there was some damage here and there, but like nothing major. And yet on track it was actually 4th, really. Yes, it was 3rd with the disqualification for that guy, but that's still 4th. Sebring 12, where I died early on in the rain with that push, that was also 4th. So it's like, damn, how
races are
do you have
just...
to be?
Not every race is the same.
Indeed. Okay.
I mean, you never know. Maybe there is some rain coming here, and then the front group is getting completely caught off guard.
Oh, yeah, I mean, have you? Could you check the weather forecast in the game? Oh, look at that defense! And then they missed the corner. There's no point fighting it, man. It's so bad.
For the next 4 hours, it's just mostly cloudy, so no rain.
I'm not sure it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
You never know. If it does, it'll be quite light, I think. So there's not gonna be a big shake up there.
Highest percentage is like, what, 23% of rain chance, they said?
Yeah, like mid 20 or 23, highest percentage at any point on the forecast at least. So not very likely.
I remember, what was it? I think not Sebring. One other race where we had like 50% chance of rain and it didn't.
I go Sebring, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
remember you
started
looking
in the
at
wet. And I was like,
Yeah.
I practiced rain for the whole time and nope.
Yeah, because I think it was later on we had that it was coming in, but it kept like pushing back, pushing back, pushing back.
Yeah.
I swear the GT3s don't really know that it's actually a left-hander after that right-hander.
Well, I mean, they still have like 22 hours to learn, or 23. You have 18 laps on the line.
I'm gonna get 19.
Okay.
Oh, Patchwork, 22 hours and, oh god, 50 minutes.
Yes, on the dot.
Thank you for subscribing, Antonio Alejandro Braganza Escalante. That is a cool name.
Oh yeah.
The number racing last night. Yes, we have 2 cars running, and their car started a time slot that was 14 hours prior to ours. D will probably be going live again in a bit, if not already. But I think the Italian Jojo and Jordan Brunch are live right now. Jordan _ Brunch and the _ Italian _ Jojo. I think D's at least in the VC there, so if you want to catch up with how they're going, either of those channels are the place to be. Last I heard, they're running 3rd, so they've had a great fight back from the incident in the early portion of the race. No worries, Patrick. Yeah, they've had a good fight back overnight. Asa and Blanny did some amazing stints to get them back up there. And D, I think, will probably be in a bit, if not already. We've had a poor start here. No one to blame for that other than me. Managed to have 2 incidents and 6 minutes, 7 minutes of damage. So now we start our fight back. Hopefully we can do it as effectively as they did, but it's a shame that we have to.
We're used to it. It
It wasn't
be a
even something
Mirai
funny.
race.
Huh?
It wouldn't be a Mirai race without fighting back.
Oh yeah. It's not even something funny though. Like they got taken out by a full-time NASCAR Xfinity driver. I just crashed. There's no funny story there. Oh dear.
God.
Fuel saving.
Yeah, at least that. I mean, you wanted your extra lap, right? Oh God. Oh
That's not
no.
good.
Oh.
That's not good.
That almost ended in tears.
Even attempting the most like bullshit pass, I can't make it work. I was stuck behind someone at Motegi in the rain when doing that 6-hour Blanny. And like, I don't know if you know Motegi very well, but I'm gonna wait on these, which really sucks, but... There's like this relatively fast chicane, it's like a left and a right. And my plan was that they turn in and I send it around the outside basically to try and get like alongside. That didn't work, but then there was a Porsche, so it's like, okay, I'll send it round the outside, get to the right of them for the right-hander. Then there's a Porsche GT3. I need to get a slight overlap on that as well to get them on the left and use them as a pick. I couldn't do it. Nothing worked. Can't get past the car. I'm having to attempt to invent new shit, but it's not enough.
The idea was there.
No, patchwork. So there's about 70-something different splits of this race because it's a very popular event. They only broadcast the top split, which is the highest rated drivers, which is why you see, well, probably people... I don't know if Max Verstappen's running this, but he was running Daytona this week. There could be Max Verstappen in there, amongst other very fast iRacing people.
Yeah, I guess. Beneke might be driving again this year. Jimmy is doing a race. Matt Malone and everyone, I guess, as well. So, yeah.
Hey YellowX on YouTube. I have 23 minutes left, and then after that, Victor will be in for the next 2 stints. I think this individual time slot wire is up to like 70-something splits, which is kind of crazy. And that's only this time slot, of course. There's 4 different time slots, 3 of which have already started.
The entire iRacing community coming together for one race.
It's crazy how much that it actually affects other things in iRacing. Like, Frankie was not expecting to get into top split for the Indy Fixed SOF race at Indianapolis. Because, you know, that brings out all the highest people, right? But no, Frankie was comfortably top split because none of them are doing it. They're skipping on Indianapolis in an Indy car. Like,
Wow.
that's how much of an effect this race seems to have for some reason.
I mean, to be fair, it is the first big one of the year and everyone wants
Yeah.
to do it. Like hell, it even brings me out of my hiatus, so...
I take it you haven't tried the Gen 3 supercars yet?
Nope, but I bought them. At least. Because when I bought the Acura, I was like, oh wait, there's the Gen 3s.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, they are good. They are very, very nice to drive. They are still hard, but like you can at least catch slides much better in these. So it's quite nice in that way.
To be fair, I would be surprised if a V8 supercar isn't hard to drive.
Well, yeah. But like I didn't want to just say, oh yeah, it's forgiving, because that's not really true. But like
Yeah.
you can manage the slide a bit more than you ever could in
So
the previous car.
it is a bit easier than.
Yeah, but then it's easy to make it slide, and you don't really want to slide it, right?
Yeah.
But like you can manage it when it does. So
Oh, I guess I will. I know already what I will throw around North next time.
yeah, I think the Acura is considered one of the faster cars right now, even with the custom balance they've done for this race, and Ferrari is probably second to that. So they are seemingly oh, that's a bad line. They seem to be the most popular choices. BMW is definitely an unpopular choice.
I mean, given the real life results, it's no wonder that BMW isn't the most picked one.
It's funny though. Last year, our split for this race was almost entirely Cadillac and Porsche, despite the fact that the Acura was still considered the fastest car last year. We had one Acura, one BMW. The rest were Caddy and Porsche. Wow, they got held up big time. How'd they do that? But yeah, this year it's actually meta. Like I feel like it probably already started a year ago, but like the level at the low level. Oh, that was bad. That was poor. Not that I can talk, but.
Well, he murdered someone. You didn't.
Well, I almost did. Could have done. Just takes a bit of weird netcode, and that would have ended up differently for both of us, probably.
We would have been hanging in the catch fence.
But yeah, the level at the relatively low level has like raised so much in 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah, in those special events, like even bottom split is actually quite competent.
I since last year I raised my I rating quite significantly in sports car, well, road/sports car, and then lost it all again, driving more variety of stuff and difficult stuff last season. So I am like 200 lower, maybe just 100 now, 100 lower than last year. So, but
Yeah, but I am 400 higher actually.
So it's your fault.
Yeah. But I'm still below 2K. I guess this race might change it now.
I'm afraid to say I'm not sure we're in a green number position at the moment.
We only need 11 points, so...
That's a lot when it's split between us, you know?
Yeah.
We'll have to get up there.
We'll be in like 22 hours plus. Also, weather update at 6:15 your time, we will have 2% chance of rain.
Oh. Interesting. Oh dear. Okay, that's fine. Lol.
Nice.
Oh dear. Daytona's about finding small time saves. Yeah, there's a lot of weird little tricks at Daytona. I done so many laps of it that there's a few that I know. I don't think I'm executing them well in this car. I mean, even things like the wide T1 entry, I'm not doing that as well as last year. But the cars are different. They're much faster this year. Ooh, what's going on there?
He's on the left.
Like what? You'd lock up? Like what was it? Weird place to lock up.
It looked like hell of a safe, to be honest. Wait, let me check.
But the line
he-
into this horseshoe is an interesting one.
He touched like he touched the inside curb like
Oh,
there
yeah.
and went 90 degrees to the left and saved it for some reason.
Nice. Let's help me get away from that car I passed as well. That's quite funny.
Ten laps at the line.
Are you ready to hop in? In 10 laps?
Never, but yes.
Left side, clear. Right side, clear.
Nice lap.
It's okay.
It is a nice lap.
I didn't know they ever had this without a chicane. I mean, it makes sense, but I never knew. That's crazy.
What?
Apparently 1970s Daytona had no bus stop.
Yeah, could you imagine that? Safety wasn't a thing back then, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the old Silverstone with like 4 corners and such, or 6.
Yeah. True. Marbles.
Marbles on stream?
Marbles on track. That's where you go.
Right side, clear.
Time to switch into cockpit cam so my brain can already start registering it. I just checked the tires and I was about to say, holy shit, you take good care of them.
No,
Until I realized that it was only one lap.
a lap or two ago, I was thinking about checking them, and I realized no, I can't check them.
Well, we can check them after this stint.
I will forget.
I will not. I will check.
Thing is, I didn't change tires when I repaired, so it will actually be including the spin.
Yeah, but still.
Oh, well, yeah, just it'll be slightly longer than normal stint.
Left side. Clear on the left. Left side.
Oh,
Clear on the left.
What
it was a bit tight with the BM.
was it? Which bit? Entry?
Yeah, well, because he was just wiggling around a bit weird.
Ooh, that was wide.
Oop. 4 laps left.
Yep.
Right side. Clear on the right. Left side. Clear on the left.
Careful, he's still standing there.
A GTP with a mistake. That's so rare. Honestly, it's such a clean split overall, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy
I was
compared to the GT3 race earlier.
I was absolutely surprised with the first lap, with only one car spinning alone.
Yep.
People are finally learning that 24-hour race you can't win in turn 1.
Yeah, one day I'll figure that out too.
Hey,
Left side. Clear. Car on your left.
Please, mate.
Clear. Left side. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear.
That felt tight.
yep.
Two laps.
Car on. Clear on the right.
Okay, I'm getting myself ready. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, you just have to drive slowly, you know?
I'm good at that.
Ow.
I'll drive very slowly here. Ugh.
In.
Indeed.
Pit box in 10,
Good stint.
3,
It was okay.
2, 1. Right here.
I didn't crash. Oops, no on that. There we go. Our engine left the car. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Greg. Good luck, Victor.
Thank you. I have to be careful around lap 1.
If the spotter said it's not repairable, then that is a glitch because all the cars in IMSA are fully repairable in the pit stop. So that probably is a bug. Like, it's engine, so it's going to be like half an hour or so for the engine, plus any other whatever you've got to do, but you can do it. Hello, Miles Racer, welcome. Let me do this button.
You don't have to mute.
No,
Fine.
I wasn't going to mute. I just now have a button that gets rid of my wheel and adds the driver detail, which didn't work, so that's cool. I'll press it again. Didn't work again. Fascinating. Now it worked.
Also,
Might figure out that.
your tires were great. 89 and 90%.
Yeah, that's just Daytona there. You'll have 95 or something.
No, when I did my first run, I did the exact same numbers as you, so.
Okay. I feel like it's hard to make a difference here because it's so low wear anyway, but yeah.
Left side. Clear.
Makes you wish it was relevant to double stint still there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
I
some
could do
people don't
my
know that.
quintuple stint again here. I remember old times, like full stint, still 98% on the tires.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm lucky today with the traffic.
Five minutes, jeez. Yeah, you can probably come back quite a way, to be fair.
5 minutes? That's okay, I guess.
The thing is, the amount of people who, when getting less damage than that, will simply quit, you know?
Yep.
Clear.
That might be a meta reason to pick the first time slot, because the first time slot surely has the
Yeah, it
most
empties out.
likelihood. Yeah, like if you want to just have your competition leave, do the first time slot.
And again, a TG3 into the bus stop. Ooh, that.
Right side. Clear. Car on. Clear on the right.
He understood the assignment.
Oh no! Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh no! I'm watching that LMP2 that crashed, trying to limp back, and they're passing a GT3, and then the GTP comes from behind, but the LMP2's in the middle of the road, of what's left of it, and then like moves and ends up getting hit by the GTP. What a mess!
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
There is a dead GTP in the pits, which probably has
Hell yeah.
than we had. What happened? Gosh, yeah. Wide on the corner, going onto the oval, into the wall.
Oh.
Right. Crunched in completely.
Left side. Clear.
Oof. Just trying to see what happened to the cars that have already retired. The two that are behind us. Oh, there's two with this livery. Oh wait, 113 didn't. I was racing this guy earlier. Oh yeah, no they. No, did they do what I did? No, because it's not the first lap out of the pits. Wait, what happened here?
Car right. Clear on the right.
I told you there was not going to be any rain. You guessed that there was not going to be any rain. Based on
Yeah.
the information available, that was not necessarily going to be true. However, it was right.
Left side.
Look, but look at this time slot, Frankie. Look now, at the end of the forecast we have 31% chance. That's higher than what the forecast says. In this time slot, we did need to be prepared for it. Because that's going to happen, probably. It's not guaranteed, but 31% is more than zero.
The number could still come down because we had it in the past.
Yeah, it might miss, who knows, but my main point is that you got to practice for rain, because there's rain
Yeah.
forecasts.
Car on your left. Clear.
What happened with you guys? I crashed the car twice, so.
Car on your left. Clear.
I will show my instruction once again. First one was this, which is all on me.
Hello.
Hello,
Who is driving?
Victor.
Funny that you say that, because I just did a Victor like stint.
Hell yeah.
Relax.
That what I mean by that is my first double I've only got 2 inks, which is the
Nice.
best I've ever done.
Nice.
And the reason I said to D at the time, like, I want to say something. However, I want to wait until you're in the car before I say it. Because I
Yeah,
know
we-
with my walk, if I say it, I'm gonna ruin it.
Oh. Well, you even wrote it into the chat. I saw. I got pinged.
Was it? Oh no.
Car right.
I said I'll try to
Like in
handle my inner.
Discord.
I had Victor Masato.
Yeah.
2 stints down, 3 more to go.
Nice.
I've currently got West Inks and Frankie,
Nice. Keep it that
which
way.
sucks because I still have 3 more stints. Frankie has 0.
You can do it.
You can work out, if we work out everyone's inks per lap later, you can
I
go
might
out
win
or
that one.
not. Well, you gotta keep it clean.
I think I did pretty well there. But yeah, I'm
Yes.
going back to D. I shall see you later. I just wanted to see how you guys were doing. We're currently P3. I got us up to P3.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Yes. But to quote Aki last year, I'm like a little kid running home to my parents saying I got a good grade on my last test.
Aw.
But yeah, have a good one and good luck for the
You
rest of
too.
your race.
Thank
After
you.
my next double stint, I will Come check on you again.
No worries.
Would you say no?
No worries.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If we said no, it was like, well, you don't want me to join every so often.
It's fine.
But yeah, good luck and see you soon.
Catch you later.
Hey,
Yeah, Kohai, we were just talking about the rain. We should have the same. We're doing the same time slot, right? For us, it's only 31, but I imagine
look
it's...
at our leader.
That's the leader?
Yep.
Where'd they go with?
Left side.
Are they taking apron every lap?
I don't know.
I'm gonna find out. Yes, every single lap.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. It's not even worth it. It doesn't. It doesn't. This isn't even esports. Oh well.
Car on your left.
Well, I got esports in the team name, but they're down here in random split number 1587 with the rest of us. Oh dear. Does F1 2024 even have that level of damage? I mean, you can tear some wheels off in F1. I mean, they have the wheel tethers, but still. I mean, it is quicker to the line on the apron. I did it in qualifying, but then if you're in a race, you have to then, if you have another lap to do, you have to come back up, and any gains you have from doing it, you kind of lose when you do that.
Yeah.
At best, it evens out, I think. So, I was testing it in quality practice because I wanted to do 2 laps where I came to the apron. I decided not to bother, and then I just flubbed quality anyway. So. Oh, we've gone up a couple of spots.
Hell yeah.
What happened to this team? They just quit. Did they have any sort of incident or damage, or did they just quit? They seemingly just parked and quit.
Maybe one driver that wasn't able to come and join.
They are a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 driver team, though. I mean, yeah, I know you need all of them to, otherwise you get DQ'd, but surely you just carry on anyway. Odd. And the other one is probably the one I saw die.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Yeah, I think that's the same one. Yeah. They are behind us now.
Nice.
We're almost caught up to being ahead of all the P2s as well.
Oh.
That was a weird spin for that P2. Odd.
Yeah, caught the grass a bit wrongly, I guess.
What is the I-rating of this leader? I want to know. He's pushing a lot. 2.1? Okay. I need to lose about 1,000 more I-rating. I'm so...
He's definitely not fuel saving though, the way how he drives.
Yeah, they've done 2 27 lap stints. I did 29 on the second stint there, 28 on the first, so...
Right side. Clear.
But if putting a gap like that, it doesn't work out worth it.
Clear on the right.
Hey, Kinetic Rome, yeah, I had a few inks. I'll show them once again to remind myself of what I have done.
Wow.
First one was this, which kind of got away with, but it wasn't ideal. Thankfully I didn't ruin this guy's race, because I'm just not clear. It's so bad. Left side and front end damage. And then pitting a few laps later anyway. And on cold tires,
Right side.
it just swaps ends.
Clear on the right.
Crunch. So that's like 7 minutes of repairs and what was 5 laps down. I truly believe so, Greg. I truly believe that is the case. I've heard about this bug. I've heard it happen to me. It will say things that aren't correct sometimes. Because specifically, it's quite a while ago now, but there was a specific patch note for all of the cars in IMSA, amongst other cars, where they specifically changed it so that you can fully repair the car in the pit stop. No matter how much you fuck it up, you can repair this. All the cars here, so thank you for the hydrate. If you do have damage afterwards, then you should, clip some replays and report it as a bug, because that's not the intended repair system, I guess, for these cars.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
It's funny how they'll go that way on these, but then like the next gen just got updated so that it is now possible to not be able to fully repair them. You can just be out. I feel like there's a lot of races I wouldn't have finished now had that been a thing for the last few years, which is quite funny.
Yeah, same.
I think back to my first Kirk 600 where I hit the barrels and destroyed my engine in the first 20 minutes. And I finished
Yes.
that race.
The rest got pit entry.
Yeah, well, I wasn't trying to enter the pits. Oh dear. Hey Ruby, yeah, I saw your message in Mirai Discord. Unfortunate for you guys.
Wait, are you out?
Yeah, well, Ruby's doing the next time slot. As a backup, I guess. That sucks. People aren't used to it. Like, it's probably not even as bad as LM. Well, the thing is with LMP1 is that their main, like,
Left side. Clear on the left.
they were fast on the acceleration more than
Car on your left.
necessarily top speed. But I feel like they were faster than these on top speed as well, so I don't know. People aren't used to that though. It's been a long time, and that they didn't race those at Daytona anyway, so.
Nah. Daytona had the DPs, or then when the DPs were out, it was just LMP2s.
So like, yeah, I mean, as someone who's driving it, like, you can get away with it a lot. And still make the apex and everything, but yeah.
Yeah, unless you're like me,
Car on your left.
right now.
So you cut the course. You'll have to slow
First
down.
off track, no.
Clear.
Broken Knife 5G, nice. I mean, hopefully you get some decent names in your next one. Daytona brings out the worst. Like IMSA at Daytona is like, you should avoid that, I feel. There are actually people running HRF in GT3, the GT3 series this week, which initially surprised me. And I'm like, wait, yeah, if you're not doing the 24, that's where you want to be, assuming you're a GT3 driver. You got to run HRF with the other 5 people who don't want to do Daytona. It'll probably be a really nice race.
Clean track.
Huh?
At least, yeah. If you're only with 5 people, you have a clean track.
I will say that other than me, we've got a really clean split here. Like low attrition. The incidents I have seen are often not even multi-car incidents. Like the other GTPs that have died, including my death, have not been multi-car incidents.
I mean,
like,
one murdered GT3.
Yeah, no, we did see that, didn't we? Yeah, that did happen. I mean, it's gonna happen once or twice, but like, overall, this has been a low chaos race so far.
So far. Yeah, so far.
I mean, I low-key want to jinx it. Ooh.
Yeah,
about that.
almost jinxed it there. Hopefully locked up there.
Low chaos race for now, indeed. I'll jinx it as hard as I can to try and get some more positions. Or more death, I don't know.
Please no death.
Leader in the pits, is that just... That's early, is it not? You got like 11 laps left.
Yeah.
They're upshifting and downshifting to get closer to these guys.
A real tryhard there.
They only did 26 laps? Yeah, but why am I looking at our fuel to determine whether they're on schedule? That makes no sense. What am I doing? But they did do only 26 laps. That's so poor.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Changing driver at least. To a higher rated driver. No, yeah, a higher rated driver. Okay. Oh dear. That driver is also upshifting and downshifting to get closer to the exact limit.
I have to bully people.
Right side. Clear on the right. Car on. Clear.
Enough bullying.
Yeah, these guys have tried hard at this. But this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. Like, this driver now has got in 2.4k, outgoing driver 2.1k. These are not, like, low ratings by any means. That's a decent number, right?
Yeah.
But that like this is the sort of strats and driving, or that I would expect. Look, and this guy's also taking the apron every lap. Like this is, trying to win top split. Every little bit helps type driving. But we're in what 35th split or something. Like it just doesn't add up, right? How is 2.0 to 2.5k people now like behaving the way you need to do in really high splits? Smurf maybe, but I don't know. I feel like the things like that and the overall level has trickled down like drastically in the last year. I wonder if the license splits caused it, because that's the big change since last year.
Yeah.
I feel like the level at like 2k to 3k sports car is like so much better than it was definitely 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like I think I would say that sports cars should be my bread and butter or roots in sim racing, but like I think it's probably my weakest category, other than dirt stuff, because I suck. But Heaven Point. Wait, what's your team's SOF though? Are you in just a higher split? That's a crazy split. Ah, that's good, Greg. I'm glad it works. You should have a completely clean car if you do all the optionals.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Why would you defend that?
Left side.
Yeah,
Clear.
Yeah, this is the thing, Getu. It's just the level now, right? This is just a 2k, 2.1k, 2.4k driver now. They drive like this.
Left side. Clear.
I mean, that's fine by me as long as I can successfully lose enough. I think my graph of iRating probably looks more like tanking than theirs, because I was around the time of the split and maybe just after I got up to like I think maybe 3.6k. And last season I did Rainmaster and Supercars, stuff that I'm not good at, and I lost a lot. I'm now 2.8 or something. I've gone down like almost 1,000. But I feel like I need to go down a bunch more. 66 rain chance. Oh yeah, we've got that too.
Ooh.
PE Frankie. It was worth, in theory, to practice rain. I had the same experience in my Roar. I finished second in my Roar this year, and the leader, not at all times, but at certain times, was very, very strong. Like at one point, I mean, they didn't qualify and they won it for one, but when they came by me, like it was very easy for them to do so, and I kind of let them have it because I was like, well, this guy's fast, and I couldn't help but think, is it a tanker? Is it a Smurf? But and Sam Winton is in the chat saying, oh, I've heard that name before. They drive for an esports team. Sure enough, they got like sponsors on the car. But I look at the profile. It's not even a number 2 or anything. But the graph is fine. In fact, they just don't do many officials, so they probably race either leagues or other sims, I guess, and they're better than what the number says. So, which is a thing.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I know that feeling.
But it's like, damn, again, it goes back to what do you have to do, sort of thing. Because I can finish second in the roar, but man, there happens to be someone who's probably way better than my split in here, and it's like,
I mean, I won my Road America 500 also only because he crashed. It's like 4 laps to go.
But then you were obviously within.
Yeah, I
You were
was
within a
within
lap,
the
right?
yeah, I was
At
within
least.
the range. I was like
Yeah.
8 seconds behind
Well,
after all
so
that.
that's a close race for 500.
Yeah.
What was it, miles? Um,
Case.
Was it K? Okay. But yeah, either way, you were over the course of the race on pace for them. You just came up short until they crashed. So that's all right, but I felt like this guy, at least at times, was outclassed in the field. Once he got in the lead, it was less so. But he may have been cruising then, I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. You'd
Hard
have
to
to push
say.
it more.
Yeah. Gonna laugh if it just misses the circuit. That's what we had at Sebring last year. Well, maybe you did too if you were in the same spot. Like it kept coming, and then it like moved back, and then eventually it was gone. Jordan's asking for a picture, so I'm gonna get him one.
Sweet.
Yes. I think it's got to be behind the car. Yeah, this is a better angle.
Clear on the right.
What are you guys doing here in front of me?
Car on your left. Clear. Left side.
Bank, yeah, I think so. They have a lot of weird things like that. I think they got a lot of things for their like employees. I think like Audi and Volkswagen in particular. Yeah, the town where Audi is, like, was it Wolfsburg?
Yeah, Wolfsburg.
I think it's like they run the town. It feels like.
Yeah.
It truly is Audi town. Oh, I keep forgetting.
Wait,
I'm all wrong.
Wolfsburg is Volkswagen.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Audi is Ingolstadt, but that's not quite as like they don't run that city, right?
Yeah, no.
But there's still a lot of Audi like stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still on the wrong Steam account by accident, and I keep taking screenshots in the wrong folder. It's really annoying.
That sounds like a skill issue.
Yes.
Good morning.
Hello.
I accidentally left the alarm on my other phone that I use for like automated purposes, and yeah, just
Go back to sleep.
I cannot.
No.
You think that I would, but it is 8 o'clock now, and I am just wide awake, but I'm also really tired. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be low energy for a bit. Gonna eat some food in a bit. Take my ADHD medication that I haven't taken in over a month. Maybe have some tea.
Ah, that was awful.
Yeah, that looked rough. Anyways, good morning everyone that's here.
Good morning.
Hello.
And welcome in everyone in chat. Make sure you guys go out and, you know, tell everyone we're here. That we exist. That we once lived.
God.
Victor knows exactly where that's from.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's not. Well, in a way, technically, my sim racing streams have always been considered ASMR in a way. It's just that I have ADHD, so I'm normally not like this. How'd it go since I've been gone?
Nothing happened.
I mean,
Absolutely nothing.
we drove, right?
Yeah, there was driving,
Okay.
and 2 positions have been gained due to attrition.
Well, then that's
We run
something.
P70.
That's something. Well, so here's the thing. I learned about ASMR through streaming the Sebring 12 hour by myself years ago, like 2016, 2017-ish, 2015 maybe? I don't know. I'd have to go look. But a majority of my early viewership were just people that didn't know anything about sim racing. Like, they were just there to vibe, and they would fall asleep to my streams. Because it's like because like I would also drive cars that were like more deeper sounding. So like people would just, the drone of the engine, you know, the voice. Because I would kind of intentionally go for this kind of voice. Now I don't as much because I try to be a little bit more animated, right? Yeah, the ambient roar of the engines. It's like this consistent up and down type thing. I didn't even know what ASMR was before I started streaming sim racing, and this was long.
Yeah.
This was like back before I was even a VTuber. Like, this was forever ago. And then now, unfortunately, I tend to talk with a higher pitched voice, mostly so that I could hear myself through my own headset. It's a little more difficult when you're... Yeah.
I didn't say anything, but I will still come to pits now.
That's probably a good idea, yeah.
I don't know what I did with my VR stuff, But like this is like the sharpest I think it's ever looked on stream. Because I'm like looking at this through the output preview, and I'm like, I can see the detail on the track. Like I can see like the little individual asphalt bumps. What did I do? Oh well, this was back in the day, you know, back before we had like the underbody damage noises. Oh god. Like this was like before we even had dynamic time, when the race was just the same time for 12 hours.
That would have been bad.
What,
I really like my tires, by the way.
You've never done a 24-hour race where it's 24 hours of being blinded by the sun?
Definitely not, actually. And yeah, Victor, I told you. To be fair, I did have a spin on my tires, so I still need to do a full normal stint, but yeah, no.
What do you mean with... Wait, is this with talking?
There is a live talking, yes.
Well, I mean, like, of course I'd be talking while streaming, yeah. Yeah, no, like, wait, I'm confused. But I'm also tired. But yeah, no, like, you do, like... Well, yeah, this is my normal voice. So I talk like this. I talk like this because it's like easier to hear through like a headphones, and also because like people like Foxfire can't really hear me that well, because if I talk like this, it kind of just matches everything else that's going on. So this is technically my normal voice. It's just I have a habit of speaking higher because of the fact that like I was raised in that environment. Like my mom couldn't hear me, Foxfire can't hear me, that sort of stuff. I'm just too tired to put on that voice right now. So this is my voice.
Reska,
Yeah,
how many laps was my last stint?
28. One lap short of my 29.
29.
Well, the leader did 26, so I'm still okay with it.
Hey, Ruska.
Leader actually did. I think it had an update because it now says they did 27. To be fair, but yeah.
Hey, Ruska.
Yes.
Want to hear something funnier than 28?
29.
29. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, get to. I feel for the various social media and Discord people, I guess, for Assetto Corsa. I feel like they should not have an official Discord. That thing is a disaster.
Yeah, that was that. Last couple days.
I'm gonna be very blunt. They should not have released it in this state.
It was too early, yeah.
I know it's early. Here's the thing, though. I feel like any early access... Ooh, what is this?
Yes, I was gonna say, that's where you go. Hell yeah.
Do it. Yeah. I don't remember... I don't know, Victor, if you've played the Metal Gear series, but Reska, you know what I feel like any early access really should be?
MGS4.
Ground Zeroes.
Oh, Ground Zeroes, that's not really early access, though.
It's
like,
kind of...
That's
like
a finished product,
it's
more
a
so than
it's a
the
finished
final
product.
game.
It's a finished product, but it's like it's a vertical slice of what the Phantom Pain will be, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But then that's more of a demo rather than a work in progress.
I argue that like what should be there should be functional, though. You know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not a beta or an alpha. It's early access.
Yeah.
But then you know, you can't. I suppose arguably everyone has a different definition of what early access could/should be anyway. But
Well,
yeah,
like, yeah, at least it was
GT5
cooked.
prologues are reasonable. Yeah, that's a good. That
Yeah.
would be a good early access product, I think.
Yeah, well, that's I agree, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Those like those types of games, but like iRacing itself, like I never like, yeah, there's moments where they break shit, but like it's broken in the same way like an MMO is broken, not like an early access like beta game is, right? Like I never felt like
they fixed it within like 24 hours, and it's okay.
except for that one time where they took down the servers for 3 months because they broke
Yeah,
it.
okay.
But yeah, like it's like
Then they fucked up completely.
yeah, but it's like like even DayZ felt like it was more polished in early access. Like there's just I don't know, like this just feels bad. I think
It feels like investors wanted it out, kinda.
well, the
Like
thing,
the cyberpunk thing.
I think the thing that bothers me the most about AC Evo 2 is that it's broken in ways that like AC, ACC, and Netcar Pro were all broken when they released initially, right? You think that they'd have learned?
Who knows is going the Bethesda route?
I don't drive for another 3 hours, so it'll be a little bit of time. The always online, like I think that if they were more transparent that it was going to be that, I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah, I mean, the
didn't.
features they were suggesting, you know, they certainly sound like things that could/would be always online, but it was never just
Stated.
said. Like,
Yeah.
so some bit like Julian was saying in the track Discord, am I the only one not surprised? And it's like, we're not surprised, we're disappointed.
Yeah, basically. It's like I'm not surprised at all, like especially with like some of the stuff that they're wanting to do with it. It's like, of course. And I just I don't know.
Right side, clear.
What drives me mad though, and this pisses me off because I like obviously I've made my statements about AC Evo. I've talked about like I just don't like where it is. I don't like how it was released. I don't think it should have been released. I think they should have let it cooked another like 6 months.
Like 48 hours with no servers online still is ridiculous, because it's not like they're getting hammered now. Like, there's probably 3 people trying to get on it right now during the Daytona 24. You know what I mean? Like, no one's hammering the server now. So why is it down? Does it just not work? I think it just doesn't work. But how the hell do you not know that?
Kunos is also driving in the Daytona 24, so they don't have time to fix it, you know?
Sorry, that was...
I mean, the worst thing, right, about always online AC Evo is that I don't trust Kunos to do servers. Reason being,
Yeah.
the server browser in ACC, and you know, I'm involved in legal organization at ACC, so whenever this happens, I'm well aware because people will talk about it in the Discord. The server browser will go down, so you can't view list of servers because Kunos have their own server for this, right? And what they could do is use the Steam server browser, which is what iFactor 2, for instance, and Automobilista 1 use at least, maybe 2 as well, I don't know. And while that's not immune to ever going down, how often is Steam down for you guys?
Tuesdays.
Like, there's
every Tuesday evening.
but that's scheduled, right?
I know. I'm just giving shit.
ACC will just go down at random times.
Yeah,
Remember when
GTP.
HoloLive were gonna do their
Yep, the race.
English race? The only reason that didn't go ahead is because the server browser went down. The servers that they were hosting were presumably absolutely fine. Kunos' server browser went down, and there is a workaround for that, but it's cumbersome, and expecting all of your, not even just league drivers, but your HoloLive VTubers to do the workaround, it's messy as hell. Ridiculous.
I was gonna say, like, imagine EC Evo, like, when they finally fully release. Oh,
Yeah.
imagine HoloLive joining up. Oh, now the servers are getting slammed, and now it's completely offline.
Well, it's bad enough. Oh, I can't access a online server in ACC when the server browser's down. But if they can't handle that, how the hell are they going to manage a genuinely, mostly always online game?
Yeah.
Like, that's awful. unless they really change something. But hey, the first impression is that they have not, because it just doesn't work in the first place.
I loved how you worded that too. It's like, I'm sorry, when you said that earlier, you were just like, it doesn't work, which then begs the question, like, just the question, does it even work?
Well, yeah, because at first, on launch hour, it's like, oh,
Okay.
well, they're probably getting essentially DDoS, right? Like,
But now there's like
I can
23
see-
people
It's okay.
playing. Actually, let me go look this up. Hold on.
yeah, you can find out how many people are
yeah,
playing.
look,
Let's find out.
yeah,
How many people are hammering that
Steam
server right now that it's
charts
still down?
AC Evo. Let's find out. There is currently 7,000 people trying to play.
But get to even LFM. If you does LFM for ACC give you like the ability to join without finding the server in the server browser? Because I don't know, because I didn't do LFM. Like I know there's a way. And like even R-Factor 2 there's a way. Like a league I used, VEC would do like links in its later years that I was running it. They did links to join. You clicked a URL and it will open up R-Factor 2 with the server, so you skip the browser entirely.
I love how my PC's just like, I'm at my fucking limit right now whenever I open up a browser.
Yeah, the roadmap is at least there on the first launch of the game as well.
Anyone else find that roadmap completely fucking useless?
Well, yeah, the features in the first drop are still not available, so it's like, oh, well, at least they patched in the cars, but like, you know, the economy, the beginnings of the economy, the dealership, the rental, and the license tests. Obviously, no one's done them yet.
Well, I think what's crazier is that, like, is this gonna just be like Star Citizen or something?
Hello, Gabriel. Lith is indeed among us, at least on my side.
Among Us? No, I'm out of batteries on my end.
Are you still planning to run the Daytona 24, Gabriel? With Femboy Racing?
Oh yeah, no, Windy, absolutely. I already have it thanks to Frankie. I'll play it again when it's further along. I will say this though, you know what pisses me off though? The fact that I still have to defend that stupid fucking game. Like, I was in Asby's channel, right? I was on Asby's channel because Asby was playing it yesterday, and AC Evo, by the way. And people were just like, "This looks like barely an upgrade. This looks like graphically, it doesn't look that much different." I'm like, "What the fuck are you guys on about?"
They compared the base game of Evo with the modded version.
Well,
of
even modded,
AC,
even modded. Like if you compared like standard AC tracks, right? They don't replace like a lot of like the trees or the crowds or anything, and it's a completely freaking different experience. Like just being down pit road at Bathurst is completely different. And it's
I don't think AC is a good looking game. Like,
AC looks awful compared to AC looks awful. Even with
it's
mods.
got a load of filters. That's the thing. It's got loads of filters and lighting shit, and it's like,
Yeah,
but that doesn't that's just glossing over what the game.
I mean, it is
like.
10 years old, so.
Well, I know, but like,
like I respect
we're
that.
talking about people who think that AC Evo doesn't look like an upgrade graphically compared to AC, right? Like all it does is it just uses a lot of filters to make it look like it's like from like a really crappy 1990s camera or something. Like even with all of the like mods, right? Like you could put all the mods in the world to like try and improve it. I'll still choose, like, honestly, there's like I've mentioned it before, but I'm gonna say it now again because there's some folks that aren't typically around for my streams that I feel should hear this. Graphically, I do kind of like somewhere between AC Evo and iRacing. I think that AC Evo is really good with its volumetrics, but like and like shadows and stuff. But then like there's just something about like iRacing's textures that I feel I prefer. Like there's like because like the grass and dirt and stuff at like Laguna Seca in AC Evo looked like crap, and I know you didn't get a chance to experience that, Reska, because you did not have textures. But like seeing like the little detail on the track surface here as you're coming across the sun is really cool. The problem is, in iRacing, that sun should not fucking be there on the track.
One thing I find funny, I'm just like lurking D's stream, and I'm reminded of how the headlights on a car will light up the entire grandstand, which I always find rather funny.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it's there's things like that. The fact that like iRacing no longer offers headlight shadows anymore, like the walls and so here's the thing about the grandstand stuff. Years ago, there was an option where you know the night shader or the night shadows, right? You could enable two features. Right now they have wall, but there used to be another one which was headlights, and headlights would cast shadows. So like if a car was behind another car, or like, you know, the 3D fences, right? The headlights would cast a shadow from like the fences and the cars. So you wouldn't have like that fully lit grandstand with that, because you'd get a proper shadow on everything. Because the wall itself would cast a shadow onto the grandstand essentially, right? And yeah, the sun reflection, well, the reason why that happens, Wendy, is the sun is behind the grandstands. So if you watch it, it's supposed to do that, but like when the sun gets behind the grandstands up here, there should actually be a shadow cast across the trioval. But iRacing clamps the shadows, I believe, to about 40 to 45 degrees. So like once the sun's down like 40, 45 degrees, it no longer extends the shadow. And that's for performance reason. It was stated explicitly when they started doing day-night cycles in iRacing that that's why. It's just that it's been 7 years since day-night cycles, and we still don't have that feature. So I guess all we can do is wait until we just have to wait until the deferred renderer.
Ruby, I think the blue shells are just the GTPs out there, including us, I guess.
We are the blue shell.
Guys, it's that point in the race, apparently, because I've seen them live and I want to do this, and I remembered it. What position do you think Basic Ollie's team is running right now?
First.
You're saying first?
I'm gonna say 15th.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Second in LMP2.
Ooh.
Okay. Since I was gonna actually say first, but then Victor said first, so I was like, well, I'll just go the opposite direction. One of us will be closer. Max setting iRacing in VR is amazing. Again, it's just the fact that we don't have long shadows. Like, honestly, if they fixed that, all of these, like, the iRacing graphics would look just 10 times better just from that alone. From that one feature.
The shadows that everyone will have off.
No, because those are track shadows.
I have them all.
You have all track shadows off?
Well, okay, I have shadow map / cloud shadows on.
Okay, it's part of that.
Okay, fair enough. It's the other stuff that I find more immersive, though.
Well, yeah, like
the lack of them I don't like.
I do hate that we can't run car shadows. Like, that's the thing that kind of annoys me, without it killing our systems. Most people should be able to get away with, obviously you can't because your graphics card decides to commit seppuku, I guess.
It's always the CPU though.
No,
For me.
the object self-shadowing should be GPU.
Then why is it always my CPU getting hit? I don't think I need a GPU for iRacing.
Yeah, no,
I'll
it's...
stick my 970 back in, it won't overheat, it'd be better.
Let me actually see this really quickly. I want to check what I'm using right now. So for iRacing, in VR right now, I am using 47, 48, 49% of my GPU. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but I want to point out that comparatively for CPU, I'm using 18% of my CPU.
18?
19.
67. And I'm not even running VTube Studio on this machine. I am NDIing it in from my laptop.
No, I'm talking for iRacing.
Okay, 37.5%. 34.9 now. It's around
Yeah.
35.
But
30
mine that I also lower it. Actually, let me go into spectator really quickly, see if that increases, because that should.
It's slightly robotic.
Yep, it's because
Oh,
I
so
accidentally.
is Victor. Oh no. I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
close Task Manager. I think Task Manager is hogging my CPU.
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna
hold
close
on,
it.
hold on, hold on. No, it's because I started.
Honestly, I joke, but like, have you noticed, like in Windows, specifically 11, like you open Task Manager and it like takes an age to load. It's like, dude,
Yep.
this is
Yeah.
Task Manager. That's the thing that should always be instant no matter what. Otherwise, you fucked up, and they fucked up, I guess.
They did fuck up. That's why we want. Unfortunately, I think they're going to DX12, Gabriel. I'm pretty sure, but we haven't actually been told what they're doing. All we've been told is that they're going to a deferred renderer. They do have interest in trying to have better support for Linux in the future, because the fact that ACC can run on SteamOS is concerning to them. So, you know, like, well, not concerning. It's more of like, oh, that runs on there. Damn, we should be running on there. Yeah, if they went Vulkan, it'd be cool.
I'm exaggerating a bit, Windy, but yeah.
Yeah, no. So I'm using about 20% right now with iRacing. Let me get to. That is the UI. That is not what I want. Let me start spotting. See if it uses more because it's on like the higher physics thread rate. Or more a faster update rate. No, it's about the same. All right. But yeah, no, like my system's fairly optimized for this sort of task, realistically. What's that, Gabriel? Smooth camera. So that goes with something even I've found that whenever I play games that have a smooth camera option, other than something like Half-Life Alyx, even Half-Life Alyx actually, I've found that most of my viewers have asked me to turn it off. It's really weird. But like a lot of people have actually asked me, yeah. Well,
It should be fine, Kohai, if you end up with one that just has the X3D cores. Because then it
Yeah.
doesn't have to divvy it up anyway. You just always have it.
Oh, how slow!
That was super slow. Yeah, no, like one thing I'd like for them to do actually, and this is kind of related but like tangentially, is I'd like to see them add the ability to what's the word? Attach like a camera to a tracker. That'd be cool. Like or rather oh god, that car. Oh, that's me. Never mind.
Huh?
I was like watching this car flicker in and out in front of me, but I just realized it was just my system deciding it hated itself.
How would you get iRacing's CPU down to 16% usage?
Well, now it's up to
Granted,
20.
I have a different CPU.
Now it's up to 21.
Okay, I mean, I'm still, well, my lowest I've seen is 25, but like it's usually above 30.
Well, remember, I do run like... Okay, so first off, there's 3 things that I do. Oh, hey. Hi, Sam. Welcome in.
Hey, Sam. Have you guys started yet?
Really?
And if so, how are you going?
Yeah. Yeah, let us know how you're going. I'm going to talk about this part, though. You know what's crazier, actually, Ruska? I'm actually running higher settings than I normally run.
Well, that's why I'm... What's the trick here? What's the magic? What's going on?
Well, the first thing is I use Process Lasso, and I have it only run for iRacing.
What does that do for iRacing?
So, part of it is the fact that like I basically just I use, because I have the pro version of Process Lasso, which lets you use something called CPU sets. It's different from Affinity. What it is it's a preference to use certain cores instead of a you have to use these cores. So it works around EOS, right? So like it's like a way to say, hey, EOS, can you please just use these, right? So it keeps it so I can put everything on CCD 0. And then what I do is I put all of my other shit on CCD 1, right? And
wait, when you say everything on CCD 0, what do you mean? Like
so
iRacing
like iRacing itself. Just iRacing itself.
Just iRacing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I try and put as many processes as I can without overloading my CCD1 onto CCD1. So like OBS,
Right.
Stuff like my Vtuber software. I actually had to take my eye tracking and face tracking. I had to actually give that full access to the entire system, right? I actually think that I told iRacing it can use whatever. Realistically, no, I think
that doesn't sound like it would change the amount of CPU usage, right?
Well,
it's just what
consider
CCD
data transfer though. Like, okay, it has to like let's say iRacing has to reach out to CCD1, right? So like it goes from CCD 0 to CCD 1 or to a different CCX on CCD 1, right? So it's got to be able to go, okay, I need this data from this CPU, but that takes extra resources to pull that data over. So like, yeah, inner CCD speeds are slow. And it also...
But is iRacing even running across multiple normally?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
It can do that, yes. It depends on your system layout, especially because like consider how we normally run iRacing, right? What happens when we're streaming? We set up our streaming software. We get all of this set up, right, with the streaming. Like we get like our VTube studios up, we get our OBS up, we get and Windows should realistically be properly managing and maintaining those processes. But I find that once you start overloading it with those different programs and different applications, it does not know what the fuck to do. Yeah, Windows can't manage shit once you've pushed it. Like for like a few background like Discord and iRacing and OneDrive and Trading Paints, like a few applications, yeah, it's fine. But once you start adding like these heavier hitters like VTube Studio, OBS, you're in a Discord voice call, you're maybe streaming on Discord to your co-drivers, your friends and stuff. You have like iRacing live timing open. You have SimHub open. Like you start getting all these different applications. It just seems to break apart. Like you know that entire trick where I tell everyone to turn down their car stuff? I'm running at 64 cars right now.
Yeah.
I was running at 20 at the beginning of the year because I wasn't using Process Lasso. So like there's like this level of like, I think part of the iRacing CPU usage is also when it's trying to catch up, right? So it's like trying to do like all of the calculations that it was supposed to be doing, but then it's doing the new calculations. So then it ends up using more CPU because it can't catch up to itself, right? So that's what I suspect is happening. I'm not a CPU guy. I'm more of like I do more of like the art stuff, but like that's what I suspect is happening
nice
with
dive.
this. Very good dive.
Yeah.
Very smooth. But I suspect that that's what it is. It's like, it's not that it's technically using more CPU. It's just that it's accounting for the stuff that it's accounting for what it has been doing and the new stuff that's coming in.
That's a big change that you've done.
That's what I think has changed. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, percentage is an interesting one, not particularly valid number anyway, because of course we have different CPUs, so it's like...
But yours should be doing better than mine.
Well, maybe in some ways, but...
I would argue that yours should be doing better than mine, because you're on what, 7,000?
7800 X3D. Yeah.
X3D even, yeah.
What's your CPU again?
Well, 7800? Okay, wait, you only have 12 cores or 8 cores?
Oh. Surely it's 12. Let me check. I don't remember. Oh no, it's 8 cores.
Okay. That's going to be why then. That's actually the reason why.
Then you don't like iRacing isn't using 8 anyway.
No, but it's still using a lower overall percentage of the cores that it is.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yours is using
because when
yeah,
it
that
needs
does-
to spread off to another core, like if it needs to do like multi-threaded processing for like stuff like the particles and stuff, it can do that. Yeah. So because like I have a 5900,
Yeah.
so I have 12 cores. So like if you think about that math, like what are you currently using? 40%?
It's in the 30s typically.
35 is good. Is that a good one? 35?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
31,
like
32 right now, 30.0, 25, 23,
So
29,
like
35, 37. Doesn't really hit 40. 25 to 40, let's say. Like, at least in the spectator.
So we'll do 32 then.
But then the other thing is, like, for example, right now the low is like 80 FPS. Why
Yeah.
can't that be higher? You know.
I'm gonna ask you to repeat that in a second, but I just did some of the math. So like if I compared like my average-ish frames to your average-ish frames, it does correlate with about the same percentage of like
Yeah.
how much of an increase 8 to 12 cores is. So it's about a 1.5%, or it's like a 150% increase in cores, right?
Well, yeah. Of course, your CPU is the one I moved away from.
Yes.
So,
But also mine that I'm very much with process lasso. That's what I'm trying to counteract with.
Okay.
So like, but also like, I'm also not running like desktop level. Like I don't have a lot. Like, I mean, there's some features that I do have on the probably you can't, that you don't run, that you can't run with how you do. But I'm also not doing VTube Studio. That's the other big thing to consider.
well, I am currently not.
Oh, you're not at all.
I've put it on my laptop and NDI'd it into my computer. So I'm
okay.
streaming on the main PC, but the VTube Studio is offloaded. Nice passes.
Very nice pass. Damn.
The Victor of 2 years ago wouldn't do those moves.
The Victor.
But the last year's Victor would have done it as well.
Probably, yeah, last
He was,
year probably.
he was. I was
And
last
we're
year. I
running
was a big
7th.
believer.
Oh, nice, Sam. Oh, very, very nice. Good to hear. Good to hear. Anyways, yeah, no, like, because when I was first streaming, when I first started streaming, like, when you first found me and stuff, I was using Process Lasso heavily back before they switched over to EAC. And so, like, I already knew about all this stuff. And then when they added ESC, I stopped doing it. And I was like, wait, why isn't my system running as good as... And then I went back to using Process Lasso, and it's like, no, it actually does work. Like, Windows just cannot manage all these processes. It freaks out trying to do it. But if you just... Like, what I did is I created a rule that only runs if the iRacing UI is running in the background. And it's kind of handy.
That explains why you were running iRacing UI to play AC Evo the other day.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Because it helps offload everything to one. And then I figured, like, even if I don't make a rule for AC Evo to be on, like, CCD1, right? Or CCD0, it'll still, hopefully Windows will figure out, oh, AC Evo is asking for a lot of resources. These ones aren't being used. I'll put it on that. And that's why I wasn't getting the issues that everybody else was getting. You know, so
Hello, Julian. By the way, it's going well, okay currently, but as you can probably tell by the position, my first stint was shocking. So we are, 5 laps down at present. My last stint was a quiet one, and Victor has had a couple of quiet ones here. So you know, we're in the groove now, hopefully, but not the best way to kick off a 24-hour race.
no. But hey, it's...
I wish I understood the PBO stuff, because I really don't, and I've tried understanding it. I don't.
I just
don't.
straight up disabled it. I
feel like half of what's good about these CPUs is using it, though.
You'd think,
Which is something I dislike, by the way, is how...
Oh god, what
Oh!
the fuck is happening?
You made it out there.
See,
Yeah, T1 to support its way through there.
so
Yeah, PPO is auto overclocking, but I feel like GPUs have been this way for a while, but CPUs seemingly as well now. They're all about, and RAM, they're all about being overclocked. Like they're not even designed to run normally. You're expected to be overclocking them, and I don't like that.
that should just be their normal state, right?
Like, just give me better products. Like,
Yeah.
what you're doing is you're making products that are unstable at the level that you want to market them at. So you market them at it, but it's an overclock thing, so it's at your own risk, and it's like, that's not fair.
Oh, no, that's what, like, so overclocking RAM, that's, like, straight up, like, like, when you go in and you, what's it called again?
It's Expo and AMD, right? And
Yeah, and
what's the XMP?
XMP, yeah. So like those, like when you're basically like sold the RAM, they tell you like, oh, this is like 3200 or 3600 RAM or whatever they are now, 5000 something, but like they don't run at that by default.
No, you have to fiddle with it to get it to do it, and it's technically overclocking, and I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, no, like if you want like 32 or 30, like I think I have 3600 RAM with mine, 3600 megahertz. Like I have to go in and enable. I think for me, it's DOPP because Ryzen 5. Yeah, DOCP. That's what it is. Yeah.
By the way, Reska 5 laps.
Yeah. Good luck, Sam.
I'm gonna BRB in a moment. Yeah, good luck, Sam.
Yeah, no,
How's
that's just what it is. It's considered overclocking by the CPU.
Like Julian, if you haven't fiddled with it and turned these things on, you are not getting the advertised speed.
Correct. Mine will default to, I think mine defaults to like 2000 something.
And you're overclocking, Julian. You're overclocking the RAM.
Yeah, that is an overclock. That is an overclock profile by all considerations.
Yep, and I think that's bullshit.
It's stupid. Because they add.
Like, it's not like it's probably not that unsafe and everything. I don't think it voids the warranty.
They tried to argue it. It did not work.
Gray area. See, that's ridiculous. That's so. I hate PCs, man. I wish I would be happy with a console.
You know what? No. You know what, Reska? No. I wish. First off, I'd be happy if just everything supported SteamOS in the future, because I've actually been using Bazite a little bit on the side, and I kind of am just like, I do just like this because like you get that benefit of a console, but you also get that benefit of I don't have to buy the PS4 or PS5 specific wheel.
Yeah, that stuff sucks.
Yeah, which
there are good things about being on PC or Linux.
And like you can install stuff like VTube Studio and stuff, right? Like there's some benefits. But
I just hate the situation of hardware right now. I hate it so much.
Well, yeah.
Well, what's this frame gen shit? Get rid of it.
I'm so tired of this shit. Like honestly,
I have to pay $2,000 for a card that does 1 out of every 4 frames itself. No. I'm gonna BRB though because I need to get ready for it too.
SteamOS itself isn't out for desktop. It's gonna be out in like March or May, or I think it's May. So like SteamOS, they're working for a full build. I've been using Bazite, and I honestly was thinking about using Catchy for a little bit, but I'm okay with Bazite for right now. Though I think I did something with my hard drives. It keeps trying to repair one of my drives for some reason. Yeah, PC hardware it's honestly, the popularity of it is what kind of ruined it. And this is why I keep telling everyone. Well, this is why I keep telling everyone, don't, like, if you like something, don't invite everyone to it all the time. Like, you don't need to obsessively get everyone in on the thing that you like. Just be like, hey, yeah, I'm playing this thing, friends. Do you want to play this with me? And leave it at that. Like, don't.
Unless it comes to the hit MMO Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, okay. That one's just more as like a meme, and even then, yes. I'm actually kind of pissed that we ruined that too. Because I'm gonna be blunt. First off, some of the WoW X packs that came over are toxic pieces of shit. But also, alternatively, some of the Final Fantasy players that were already there cannot deal with the sudden increase in popularity that they get from there being so many WoW X-Packs that will now pay attention to them. And it is ruining the game. On top of the fact that people do not seem to understand how... do not seem to grasp... So
I like this new Victor.
There was I
like this new Victor.
This new Victor, right? Yeah, Victor. So there's been some developments on the plugin side. One was like a plugin that just straight up allowed people to stalk people, which was crazy.
I've heard.
The new one of the day is they've basically you know bot teleporting, right? Well, someone was like, "Wow, what if we made that a plugin?" And so now they're just trying. I think what they're trying to do is people are trying to make plugins that are basically just cheats that are easily accessible, so that that 14 will crack down on plugin use. Like, I think that's what it has to be, because there's no way that we have a solid month of people being this idiotic. Like, they were straight up like, yeah, you can read the memory and then place yourself in the sky. Isn't that amazing, guys? You could teleport wherever you want in Final Fantasy 14. And it's like, okay. Yeah, no, it did. It did.
Honestly, the sim racing community needs to learn from the War Thunder community and start leaking documents.
You know what? Actually, I agree. But alternatively, do you know what we really need to start doing?
What?
We need to start learning from the flight sim community in general and learn to just hate everybody and each other and ourselves.
Do the flight sim community all hate each other?
Okay, so you know how I usually say the iRacing community, like sim racing, isn't actually that toxic?
Not really, no. But okay.
So I have said this. I have said this on multiple. I've said this on multiple occasions in the past. I have brought it up because the flight sim community, particularly the pilots versus traffic control, is just the worst.
Yeah.
Like no, it is like a lot of people do not seem to get how good we have it.
Yeah, you make a good point there, Mooney. 'Cause I've seen some conversation about this online where it's like people will complain that a live service game isn't keeping their attention enough, like there's not enough content, and it's like, dude, you can just go do something else until the next content.
Oh, that happens.
You can, play another game. Like, why would you want this game to capture your time and attention fully? It makes no sense. Go. There's more games. You will never run out of games if you look around. You know.
Oh, my personal favorite is when they do get like a good content drop, and what happens is you get these people that are like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just sit here, and I am going to. I'm going to be honest. I was setting up for an entire trying to remember what a word was there, and I was trying to buy some time. But like they just try to metagame the shit out of it. You know, like they try to make sure that they can optimize every aspect of their play. So they'll get this content drop, right? And it's like for any normal average person, it's a relatively long process, but they'll metagame the shit out of it like on a schedule, and they'll be done within like a day or two. And it's like
that's something like I want to make content about AC Evo because I am trying to do the content creator thing. But one thing I dislike about that is that I will not be able to buy it on the real day one and kind of slowly work my way through buying cars, earning money, upgrading them like a normal video game experience. I won't really have that because of, especially with how broken it is on launch. Like, it's not going to be like that. And that's kind of disappointing because like the kind of the appealing thing is the video game progression that it's supposedly going to have. And see, I'm not going to be able to have that.
And see, that's what I don't like about modern gaming as a whole. It's not just like Final Fantasy 14. I just don't like. People love the gaming of min-max, but then they get so pissed off when they box.
Don't do it. Yes.
But they'll get so mad when they don't like enjoy their experience, and it's like, you created the experience, my brother. You fucked it up for yourself. I'm enjoying the shit out of this because I played it like a normal human being.
you going into Draft Master, Gabriel.
Oh my god, do it. But like, that said, I do also take an issue with modern games a little bit too, particularly Ubisoft games. I recently played through, and the team knows this because I was obsessively doing it in the channels. I've been playing through Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Honestly, lovely game. Love the story. Really good. Way too big of a game. Way too much to do. It's really great if it's like the only game you're going to be playing for like a year and a half. Like if that's all you have, like if that's the only game you can afford to buy, great game. But here, I realized while I was talking to Foxfire too, and Resk, I think you'll understand this one the more I talk about it. It's not just that AC Valhalla is too big of a game. It's the fact that the way it's built is it's part of this storyline that is supposed to be going over a bunch of different games in the series.
Yeah.
So imagine a game that's as big as like Grand Theft Auto 5 story-wise, right? But with the tie-in of the story of a Metal Gear game.
And do they still try and release Assassin's Creed? Is that still a yearly thing?
No, they Shadows has been in like development for like 3 or 4 years, I think. No.
Because when there was a time when they were pushing to make it, or for a temporary period, it was yearly, right?
Or 2
and I thought
at least.
for like story-based games, this is such a weird thing to try and do. Like,
I don't mind it with the thing is it's fine if it's a story-based game if they're shorter games. But but it took me like a solid 100 hours to get through Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
They're proper games. Like,
they're big.
Cool games.
And like the thing is that my thought process is if you're going to make, and this is where I think the developers get it wrong. If you're going to make a 100-hour game and you're going to try and make it a story, you have to make it completely standalone. You can like okay, if you play like a Grand Theft Auto game, right? Everything's self-contained. Yes, there might be like a few callbacks. You might see some characters you've seen in the past, right? They might bring someone back, be like, yeah, I was this character. They might make a reference. You might end up, I don't know, fighting CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You might run into like, or like if you play Red Dead Redemption, right? Oh, it's an entire prequel to an existing game. But the thing is it's standalone, right? You get like callbacks, but you don't have to know about Red Dead Redemption 1 to appreciate Red Dead Redemption 2, and vice versa. They're completely standalone. Yes. The problem I have with Valhalla is while Valhalla is telling an overarching story that is standalone, it's entirely wrapped around the entire principles of the Assassins, the Templars, and Abstergo, and all this stuff, right? So in the back of any player, in that wouldn't be that big of a deal, except for the fact that the very first part of Assassin's Creed 1, you are immediately taken out of the game to put this wrapper around the entire story. So the only reason you're participating in all of these individual stories is so that you can know what's going to happen next for the modern day story. And that gets convoluted as hell when you're making a 100-hour goddamn game you can barely remember, like, just at all. Like, make them like Metal Gear sized. Like, okay, yeah, I might play it for like 40 to 50 hours, but I can also beat it in 5.
Controversial opinion, they should have stopped with the real life story part after the Ezio trilogy.
Honestly, like
I kept it, or like after like Black Flag Fighters or the American one.
You know what they shouldn't have done? They just shouldn't have killed off Desmond. That's what they shouldn't have done. They should have made the 5th game in the series a part where you fight with Desmond, but like they didn't, because obviously they want to continue the story. And I'm like, I feel like you could do something with that.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt like it was like the weakest way to, like, because they still have some good storytelling. Like Valhalla actually had like some really good elements to it. Like I loved what they did with like I personally did, like, as much as like it sucks what happened. I'm not gonna spoil it because it's still relatively new, but I'll talk about Basim, like his character, like, and how he comes into the story and stuff. I'm like, that's actually kind of cool, like with the staff and stuff and all this other involvement. Like, there's some elements there that are cool. I just wish I could remember half the fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should actually give AC Syndicate 7 new games. Jacob Fry was the best character. And Evie was a great foil to his dumbassery. He was... And plus on top of that, this is a fact that a lot of people don't know about Jacob Fry. He's bisexual. And he's bi-representative. So he's awesome.
Nice.
Jacob Fry is one of the best characters. Unfortunately, his voice actor's kind of an asshole.
I feel like AC is a franchise that they could have just rebooted.
They should have.
Not
Yeah.
really lost
Well,
anything.
Well,
Like, have a new overarching story.
Bresca,
Beating the first one to death. Yeah?
they basically did.
Did
No,
they?
I'm not joking. Origins was basically kind of it's the same story, but it's kind of rebooted because what happened was back with oh god, was it 3 or 4? I think it was 3. So back with 3, they killed off the main modern day story character that you were basically playing as.
I think it was 4. It was the American part.
I thought 3 was the one where they killed off Desmond, and then 4 was the one where you're playing as some random person in Abstergo's, because like that's when like Sean and Rebecca were doing their own thing.
Yeah. I thought it was still with Desmond, honestly, but it's so long ago.
I guess we're going
I
to-
swore it was 3 they killed off Desmond.
It was definitely my last one that I've actually played actively, because afterwards they kind of lost me.
3 was kind of like 3 had the unfortunate issue of like they played the main assassin. Oh, what was his name? He was like Native American and British.
Oh, that was 3. Okay, yeah, then we are correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I personally liked that one.
Four was the pirates.
Yeah, 3 I liked. 4
I
I
couldn't-
played like an hour. Then I was like, nah.
4,
Yeah, I played 2, a recommendation of a friend, and then I
Yes.
played 4 because it came with my PS4 at the time, and I couldn't finish it.
4 was
Compared
honestly
to 2, I hated it.
4 was like everyone says they love 4. I think it's the most
Yes.
overrated garbage and trite. It's
Hey.
just nonsense. Like
I
honestly,
hated the stealth gameplay, the way it worked. It was really poor, I think.
it was poorly done. Yeah, other games did it better in my opinion, and later games even did it. Like a Syndicate, I feel like okay. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit because I love the AC games and it's some of my favorite stuff. Like one, obviously they were just doing a new IP. They were trying to figure themselves out. So I give that a pass because I always give a pass to a new IP. Gonna be honest. 2, I felt like they really got like the core gameplay that they wanted at the time done, and the story was just really good with Ezio. 3, I think just suffered from the fact that the main protagonist in that game, like I love the setup with like Hatham and all this other shit, but the main protagonist of 3, they did the stoic Native American thing where they just kind of made him really monotone. So he would just talk like this all of the time rather than having any sort of inflection in his voice.
Yeah.
So like even now you can kind of tell that I'm just talking like this versus how I normally talk, where I kind of raise my pitch and lower stuff, and it was very stoic and it kind of lacked this emotion because they're going for a stereotype.
The story in itself
But he was still a good
kinda
character.
tough.
Like he's still a good character. I liked them. It's just I felt like the voice
Yeah.
direction made it boring. But like it was still interesting. 4. What the fuck was that game even about? I'm gonna be blunt. Like it just felt like pirates exist. Let's do pirate things. Like I don't remember 4. Like I don't. Like the character of was it Kenway? Was that his name?
I think so, yeah.
He was interesting. Like he was definitely kind of fun, but like it was just drunken nonsense a little bit. Like it felt like a fever dream. I'm gonna be blunt. And then Blackbeard's there. Like okay, cool. I guess like you did the most stereotype, and like so much of it was like travel, whereas at least the travel in like Valhalla, which has boats, is more interesting. And this comes back for Odyssey, by the way. But 4 was just this nonsense. It doesn't really add anything to the story. most of the main modern day stuff, because they killed off Desmond, well, they couldn't go anywhere with it. Like 1 through 3 had this clear progression. They were adding, like, the modern day would start having more Assassin's Creed, like the gameplay that you had in, like, when you're going into the past. It had more gameplay, like you're actually like learning to be an assassin, and it was like building up, and then you die. Like, imagine getting to the end of Metroid and you finally get all the abilities to face the final boss, and before you even get a chance to use all the abilities, you just die. Like, that's what happened here, right? Like,
That is a very strange way to be going.
Right?
That's the leader. The leader in LMP2 just towed in front of me.
That's weird.
Wow.
Let's see, what else? Okay, so then you get to, like, obviously Black Flag. And then what's after that? Was Unity after that one?
When did the PSP or no PS Vita game come out?
Oh yeah, there was like Rogue and that other game. Yeah, those are cool. I didn't play them, unfortunately. But then when Unity came out, like, it was a good game. It was just buggy as crap. Syndicate is kind of like my last favorite, because it had all of the elements of early Assassin's Creed, but this time you could crouch, and it also had, like, it had the best balance of stuff to do on the map, but it doesn't all unlock at once. So, like, you could do, like, in sections. Like, you could be like, okay, I'll clear off the map, and then you could go do story stuff for a little bit, and then, oh, there's new stuff on the map, and you could clear that out. And it, like, balanced out, like, how much shit was on your map to go do, while also, like, clearly, like, having, like, direction with it. Like, it felt like, oh, there's new stuff. Like, some of it was kind of boring. Like, I know that a lot of people didn't like the kart race, the horse racing and stuff, and I know that some people felt like, well, the zip line just ruins the climbing. But I'm like, no one really likes the climbing. Like, sometimes the climbing and the parkour can be really fun, but, like, when you really think about it, right? Unless you're using the climbing for, like, hiding or a gameplay element or trying to set up for a cool assassination or something, no one really likes the climbing, because you just hold your climb button and then you press a direction, and you just do that. And it's usually
I would say
just
the best climbing was still in Brotherhood back then.
Oh, Brotherhood had the best climbing, and, like, I think that they actually thought about it with there. But, like, by the time you get to 3 and 4, the climbing is basically, like,
it got
not good.
Worse and worse.
And I feel like removing it in Syndicate helped it a lot, because, like, well, you're in dense London, like,
plus more modern than the other games, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of the most modern settings. Like, World War II is, like, within, like, a generation.
Yeah.
Like, the next generation of people, it was like their kid or their grandkid is doing World War II shit. Like, that would have actually been kind of cool to do, I think, as an assassin, right? Like, oh, you get to, because they gave you a section to play as her for a little bit, and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Oh, hey, there's Winston Churchill. You know why they actually stopped going forward in the modern day, though? It's because the people that were in the game that they were making, like, oh, this is a Templar, oh, this is an assassin, so this is the good guy, this is the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
Their families were still alive.
Yeah.
So their estates were still around. And they had to, like, be like, oh, yeah. On top of the fact that they completely misunderstood Karl Marx, I guess.
Wyatt, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Lethal Company. Lethal Company is quite fun.
I've never
How
played
was
it.
your stream? You should. If you have a chance. It's it's just like a, typical fun stream type game with a bunch of friends. So it can be quite chaotic.
Yeah, no, I was looking at the message you sent me on Discord there. Go hi.
Lethal Company is quite fun. I've only played it a handful of times, but
Wait, why does Logitech have an AI prompt builder? What is this nonsense?
Because people who use AI are not actually able to come up with their own prompts anymore, so they need AI to do it for them. Okay, I'm gonna pass you then.
Side. Clear on the left.
Yeah, we've gotten to the point where AI has to feed AI to actually get AI to AI.
It's inbred.
Oh. Yeah, AI is inbred now. That's right. Remember, that's what I said. That was my quote.
I know.
But yeah, no, like oh yeah, no, and I was gonna continue with shit. So yeah, they Assassin's Creed Syndicate came out, and then basically they started introducing this new you know, I'm going to be honest, I don't recall Syndicate really doing much with like the modern day stuff at all, which kind of I think made it a little bit better, weirdly enough. Because if they're not going to push the modern day stuff forward, they might as well just let us enjoy the game. But
Yeah.
like you get to like Unity and like Origin. I don't remember exactly what game it was or the first one, but then they bring this character named Layla in, and she's kind of neat. And they start doing references to older games already, and it's okay, like it's fine. But the problem is that the games are so freaking big that you just don't remember them at all. And at that point, it just sucks. Because like Origin Odyssey was the worst. I could not finish Odyssey. And Odyssey's really weird because you just end up with this person who has immortality showing up to you with a suit on.
Why? Because he has to eat an apple?
Cassandra
Ah.
is technically the canon one. And no, it's the what was it, the staff of Hephaestus or whatever? Or no,
So they
no.
went away from the apple. to
No,
the staff.
Hippocrates. I can't never say that. The person that's like the Hippocratic Oath, that one, the one that's like the healer, the one that does like healing and shit.
Not Hippocratic oath, because that would be
Oh,
a
not
hypocrite. But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it kind of makes sense still, but yeah.
Right side.
Ooh.
Nice. Making me proud with that move.
I think I'm continuing to be a bad influence on you doing moves like that.
Okay. It's
Didn't it slowly start
it's
to change?
Hippocrates. It's Hippocrates. Hippocrates.
Yeah.
But
Hippocrates, yes.
Hippocrates, yes, and it's actually called the Rod of Asclepius. I'm butchering this hard, but it's essentially the serpent entwined rod.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that basically has that's the funnier part about Assassin's Creed. They have like multiple okay, CPU.
Lord fuck.
What you doing? What you doing? It did not like me closing out Firefox right there. Honestly, depending on how things are, I might just disable YouTube. Yeah, I'm just gonna